Typically, we focus all our attention on the band leader or lead vocalist, while ignoring the rest.
Mukundu is hosting a program called Artist to Artist MonoCast, in which he sits down with a band member, session musician, or producer and discusses their lives, triumphs, and challenges.
So today I'm joined by a fellow guitarist, Mr. Chanx from Zambia. He was here for the Jacaranda Festival. And my sister Hope, I've worked with Hope since 2008. Since 2008, and we've been working together since then. So we are with Mr. Chanx. Chanx, your real name is? Chanda.
Musa.
Chanda Musa.
What is Chanda Gwinya?
Is it Chanda Gwinya?
I don't
Chanda Fira. So, but in Zambia it's just Chanda.
Yeah, it's just Chanda.
Okay. Anyway, this is unscripted, so we don't have a script. We're just chatting.
Yeah.
And maybe the first thing that I would like to know is how you started music. Were you inspired by somebody? And, or you just felt, or you were inspired by God? Some people just tell you I was inspired by God.
Well, I don't really know how I started.
Okay.
How I started music.
You were born which year?
97.
1997.
1997.
Hey, so you're a baby.
Yeah.
1997.
Almost I'm a 2000.
Yeah, almost I'm a 2000. You call your generation I'm a 2000.
Yeah.
1997.
Yeah.
So you're still a baby. Because my first born child was born 1994.
Wow.
And my second born son, who is also a guitarist, was born 1998. So you're just one year. There's a difference of 1 year.
I see. Yeah, I started music in the church. Yeah.
In church?
Yes.
Okay.
In church, yeah, because my mother and grandmother used to sing in the choir, so I used to go and sing with them.
Okay.
Play percussion, and I became a choir master at a very young age.
So you also sing?
Yeah, I don't sing anymore.
That's one thing that broke my heart when I started music. I started in 1988, and but I started composing when I was in, I think, around 12. So I used to think that since I'm a composer, automatically I'm a singer as well. And I also never wanted to be a member of anybody's band. I wanted to run my own band. So when I formed my first band and we went for auditions and I was told that I'm not a good singer, I was really heartbroken. Have you ever faced such discouragement?
No. I actually, it's after I started the guitar. That's when I left the singing. Like the guitar took over everything, all my attention, and I didn't want to sing
anymore.
Yes.
So most people, there are a lot of people who started in church. What people did you start in church as well?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really, but me and my family, we used to sing a lot every evening.
As a family?
Yeah, we sing and then we pray.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was a Christian family?
Yeah.
Then was this a contradiction? You started off singing as a family and then you pray, it means you were very Christian.
Yes.
Then you started playing the mbira, because the mbira instrument, Chanda, it's our traditional instrument. It's thousands of years old. And the church frowned upon it a lot because it was also used during rituals before Christianity came. Even up to now, there are some who use it for rituals. But it had dual purpose for rituals and also for entertainment or for social events. So because it was used during rituals, the church banned it. The first preachers who preached in Zimbabwe, they either banned it or discouraged it. So most people are not aware that keyboards as well and the harps and all those Western instruments were also used during European rituals as well. So the mbira was demonized. Right now we can't really say we have a church that plays mbira in church because it was demonized. So that's why I was asking you, where's the link between somebody who grew up as a Christian and then right now she's one of our top mbira players in Zimbabwe. Where's the link there?
I do what I want. God is my judge.
That's an artist for you.
Yeah, God is my judge. Look, there are a lot of things we do not know about, especially when it comes to our traditional beliefs, our culture. We have lost so much knowledge I know when we look at colonization, we think about what we lost as things like gold that was taken and then it built other cities out there. But there's also a wealth of knowledge that was taken. A lot of it, not that anyone stored it, but we just lost it.
Okay.
So the knowledge that our ancestors had, a lot of it, we don't have it anymore. So, it's the same with Christianity. The Bible has been edited 1,000,000 times from what it was in the beginning. And there are people who have questions about how it was written and stuff.
I'm one of them.
Yeah, I know you're one of them. So, and the true correct answers, I think the purpose of life is just looking for the truth. Every day we're looking for the truth and our essence and our purpose here on earth. No existentialism.
Okay.
I'm just the
God is my judge.
Yes.
In Zimbabwe, when my generation started, or musicians from my generation, when we started, there was a serious stigma against musicians. Even I remember my first girlfriend, she dubbed me because her friends were laughing at her, saying, "You are dating a musician, you are going to die of AIDS, blah, blah, blah." And they used to say that a musician is not going to marry, he's just going to go around impregnating girls and so forth. So there was a serious stigma against playing music. And my father never wanted to see me anywhere near an instrument. I was given corporal punishment so many times. But I had to be a rebel because that's what I wanted. Is it the same in Zambia, or maybe it was like that before you were born and then things have changed?
Well, I can say it's the same. It's actually the same. Just exactly.
So your parents were not supportive of your endeavor?
Well, because I was always at church, they had no problem.
Oh, because you were playing in church.
Playing in church all the time.
Okay. So it's different because me, I started in secular music.
No.
And then later on, I started going to church in 1994. And then later on, I quit Christianity. That's a story for another day. Then another question that I'm very curious about is that Zambian music used to be very popular in Zimbabwe, especially the Kalindula type.
Yes.
And there was this group called Amayenga. And you were singing that song. Which key is that? What happened to that genre?
Well, it's a
long story.
Yeah, it's quite a long story, but
is it like the youngsters, they feel that it's old-fashioned?
No, not really. So what you explained about the stereotype that was with musicians in your time, where you said one of the points you put out was that they will
stigma
get AIDS. Yeah, like they'll have AIDS and stuff. What happened in Zambia is most of the people who did that music died with AIDS.
Oh.
Yes, so what happened is when the new generation was coming up, that fate was attached to that sound.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So I experienced it a lot when I was young. When I played traditional guitar, everybody used to say, you're gonna die. You're gonna die early. You're gonna get AIDS and you're gonna die poor. That's what we got. So unless you play a different genre than them, yes, you're playing. So that fate got attached to that sound. Yes, for a very long time, from like the late 90s till now. It's now that people are trying to get back, to that. Yeah.
So they were attaching it to Kalindula,
yes,
not to all the other genres.
Yeah, because Kalindula is like a general term for Zambian traditional music that people have used because the Kalindula became so powerful that everybody called Zambian traditional music Kalindula. But originally Kalindula is only from the northern part of Zambia.
Okay, so it became an umbrella term.
Yes. But originally it's only from the northern part.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. What are the basics of Kalindula? Because in Zimbabwe, basically, we've got two main genres.
Yeah.
The first one is Sungura.
Yeah.
I'll call it the first one, but it's not it's not older than the other one.
Yeah.
So Sungura originally came from Kenya. They call it Benga music, and the top producer there was called Kanindo, Fares Kanindo. So at first in Zimbabwe they used to call it Kanindo.
Yeah.
Then later on we called it Sungura after the name of what's his name, Kanindo's record label. So even up to now we call it Sungura. But the good thing is we Zimbabweanized it, added our own rhythms. Right now if you listen to it, it's totally different from Benga music. And its basics, talking of intervals, like for example in the key of C, it's usually thirds, like, and also fourths 8 times, like. So a basic Sungura lead guitar would be like. So you'll be playing rhythms, I mean melodies on top of a chord progression.
Yeah.
So it's usually 1, 4, 1, 5. Let's play together.
Yeah.
So we start with the 1. So those are the basics of Sungura.
Yeah.
Then the second genre is, I'll just call it Mbira-based music. Because there are different sub-genres. There's Chimurenga by Thomas Mapfumo. Then there's the Mbira, like the one Hope plays. I don't know what sub-genre we're going to call it. And even Oliver Mtukuzu's music was also Mbira-based. So with Mbira music, it's basically they use the interval of a 4th and a 5th. For example, in the key of F, this is a 5th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 4ths. So the basics for Mbira guitar would be something like. I'm still using 4ths and 5ths, and then occasionally you can use the major scale. That's Mbira guitar for you. We can play one.
Yeah.
In the key of F, progression 1, 4, 1, 5. Guitar for you. Nice. And maybe that you came in very well. So my question is, what are the basics of Kalindula music? How can you dissect it?
Well, Kalindula, it comes from the drums. So you need to understand how to play traditional drums. You need to play that music. So in a basic drum ensemble, there's like three drums. One is called Chibitiku. Chibitiku.
Chibitiku.
Yes.
Okay.
The way it sounds. Yes. Then they have Itumba.
Itumba.
Yes, which is the big drum.
Okay.
So the bass player takes the role.
Oh.
Itumba.
Yes.
You know, the bass one in ours is called Mutumba.
Ah, yes.
Itumba,
So it's related.
Mutumba, they're related.
Yes. Then the smallest one is called Sensele.
Sensele.
Yes,
Okay.
Sensele.
So the bass player takes the role of the Itumba.
Yes.
Then the rhythm guitarist takes the role. Chibitiku.
Yes, and Sensele.
Okay.
Yes. Then the lead creates melodies according to the language, like we were saying earlier when we were recording. So, music sometimes comes from, like the melodies come from how the people speak, like the dialect. So those are the basics. So I'll just give you a pattern. I'll give you the Sensele and I'll play Chibitiku.
Okay.
Without notes, just percussion on the strings.
Okay.
So you play.
Where's your kick? No.
Nice.
Okay.
Then we start adding notes to this.
Okay.
So you can play. Yes.
Nice.
So
That's
now
very interesting.
you start to create tension within and timing. You start playing around with the timing.
Okay.
So that's the basic, but you start
Improvising.
Yeah,
and
you find
creating
one
your
guitar
own-
is playing both patterns.
Okay.
Yes, because it's very rare now that you find two rhythm guitarists. Right? It's usually one rhythm. That's how the rhythm guitar, where you cover.
One question that I would really like to know.
Yeah.
I've never heard a Kalintula song in 4/4 time.
So yes, so now we come to that. So now,
Because in Zimbabwe, whether it's Mbira or Sungura or whatever, we've got some songs in 4/4 time. Then 6/8 time we've got the normal tichiri
Yes,
6/8 time.
yes.
Then we also have it sounds like a
Yes,
4/4,
yes,
but
yes.
it's a 6/8.
yeah, no,
So and we also have GT, which is
yes,
very fast.
Yes.
But with Kalindula, I've just had 6/8.
Yes. So because what I was saying, really the music that dominated Zambia a lot was from the northern part.
The northern part of Zambia.
Yes. So that's where you find the 6/8 a lot.
Oh,
But you find the 4/4 in the southern and western part. You will find that it's there a lot.
Do you have any song in 4/4?
Yeah, there's a lot. There's the most common one.
So this from the southern part of Zambia,
This is from the western.
western
The
part.
lozes.
Oh, the laws.
Yes, the island. This is called Siomboka. So it's not Kali. It's Siomboka.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but if you find someone who doesn't know, even most Zambians will tell you Kali is Kalingula, but it's not.
Okay.
Yes, the lozes have got music called Siomboka. This is the music.
So I have a question for you.
Whoever said.
When did you study all of this about music? Because you told us you did economics.
Okay, so I've been so apart from church, as I grew older, I was in the cultural ensemble, so I used to dance and play that stuff at a very young age. So in school, I used to be in the cultural ensemble. So you get to know all these things.
So you did you have a college of music in Zambia?
Yes, they are even in Hong Kong.
Okay.
Yes. But
so have you attended it?
No, I haven't attended it.
Okay.
Yes. So I went through that, and then also because Catholic music in Zambia is very traditional.
Or even in Zimbabwe.
Yeah, if you want to know how to play traditional, all the Catholics find it very
in Zimbabwe, we've got a drum that we call Fatamu.
Yes. Yes. So even in Zambia, it's the same. If you're a Catholic, it's very, very easy. Because from the start, because before the guitars, before anything, we just used to play drums. Traditional drums.
Okay. Then the last question that I would like to ask is related to the music side, the business side of music.
Yes.
In Zimbabwe, it doesn't really pay well. So with me, the good thing is I did a research before I entered the music industry. So when I entered, I knew that there wasn't much money, but I said I'm still going to do it anyway, even if there's not much money. So if anything happens to me with regards to money issues, I have no one to blame. I knew there was no money, and I said I'm still going to do it anyway. In Zambia, how is it like? Are you able to survive on music alone, or you have your A-list? Like in Zimbabwe, we've got our A-list celebrities, like Japreza, Alec Macheso, Winky D. Those ones can buy properties with music. And then we've got everybody else. And then we've got people like me who are guitarists and who can't sing, who just play instruments. Usually we are the lowest paid together with the dancers. So as a guitarist, are you able to survive in Zambia as a guitarist?
Well, it takes a lot of, you have to be strategic about it. That's what I can say. It's the same everywhere, but it depends on really how you play your cards. Yes, you have to play your cards right. And you have to be, for lack of a better term, I say you have to be a little stubborn and arrogant.
Yeah,
to get your money out of people. You just have to. Yeah, it's a choice you have to make. Like you said, you have to make a choice. Then you know, okay, this I'm gonna be able to. Yeah, but it's.
And then we also have an issue where we have bands that are not bands. Like for example, we've got artists like she's an artist who works with maybe session musicians and so forth. That's a setup that we have. Then we also have other artists that says, I have got a band. And then, they can say we're a band as a group. But if I take a look, there are very few bands that are actual bands. Like Mokomba is a real band because they started together, they've got a relationship, and they share money equally. This is like what U2 does. If you take a look at Western groups, groups like U2, groups like Coldplay, everything is transparent. But in Zimbabwe, we've got a situation where we start as a band like this. Let's call ourselves maybe the Skinny Monias. And then when money starts coming in, the lead vocalist changes the formula. Every time you go and play, you don't even know how much you're getting paid. You are now treated like session musicians. And then when it comes to royalties, during the time when we had royalties, you are paid as a session musician, a once-off payment. All the other royalties that will be coming, you won't receive a cent. Number 3, when you go and play, the only time that you know the figure is when you are going to play for free. All the other times you don't know nothing about what money is coming in. So my problem with that is that you are expected to give your full commitment as a band member. But when it comes to money and everything else, you are treated as a session musician. Do you have such a situation in Zambia?
Yeah, I think that's the most common situation. There's very few actually bands like that. Very, very few. Maybe I might just count 2 or 1 or 2.
Okay.
Yes.
Because in Zimbabwe, even if you play for the biggest band, Your band leader might be driving all the latest SUVs and all the latest cars, and you can't even afford a bicycle at times. So I had to tell my son, you know what, if you are to survive, you have to be a session musician.
Yeah.
You have to polish yourself,
Yes.
be a very, very good guitarist,
Yes.
be very professional, but demand your money.
Exactly.
And he's managing to survive.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if he was a band member, you'll be playing maybe 2 shows per week and maybe getting paid $20 per show or $30 per show. Yet the band leader is taking home thousands.
Yeah.
We've got that situation in Zimbabwe. It's a very bad situation. When I did my degree with MSU, my dissertation was on that remuneration issue.
Yeah.
So I did the research, spoke to a lot of musicians. What I discovered was serious.
Horrible, yeah.
A band can be paid 10,000, and then the band leader might take even 9,000. And you, as the rest of the band, have to share $1,000 or even less.
Yeah.
And then when you get sick, you're now starting to beg for money. People are saying, Chanx, what's wrong with you? You've been to Germany, you've been to France.
Yes.
How come you can't afford to pay your own bills? So I usually call it the rich man in Lazarus situation, where the band members will be taking what's dropping from the host table.
Yeah.
It's sort of like accompanying one person to go and eat. So if it's like that, then we are in deep trouble. Anyway, I enjoyed the conversation.
Yeah, I did too.
Who is the top musician in Zambia right now?
Your A-list,
Uh,
the one who
let's
can
say-
buy properties.
Yeah, let's say financially. Who are in the
well, it's more in the pop scene, you know. So we have the Omas.
Those who try to be Americans, who copy Americans, are they the ones?
No, not really.
It's being diplomatic.
Yeah, but yeah, they have Yomaps, Shefi, Makitu. Yeah, they're those guys.
So are they wealthy enough to buy properties and buy pickers like?
Yeah, they're able to at least do things.
Okay,
Yeah.
in Zimbabwe, one of them plays Sungura.
Yeah.
One of our biggest. It's Alec Macheso.
Yeah, I know, man.
The other one plays dancehall.
Is that?
Winky D.
Oh yeah.
And then the other one is mainly on the Mbira side. But once in a while, but the good thing about Zimbabwe is, even though the Mbira sound was very demonized, it refused to go away.
Yeah.
So it's still one of our main genres.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy about that.
That's good.
Yeah. So anyway, meet you on the next episode.
Thank you.